Hi guys, hi everybody, bonjour. Today we are doing something different but very, very exciting. Have you ever been struggling with the shape of your body? You know, something is not quite right, but you can't pinpoint what it is. We've all been there, right? Well, I have a solution for you, if you have a legacy body. Let me introduce you to an amazing and innovative service offered by Legacy Meshbody, where you can book a session with a professional stylist. Yes. And this is complimentary service. It's free. Yes, you heard me. Isn't that amazing? Actually, it's advertised on their Meshbody website, but I've never paid attention before. You'll find the link to book a session with the stylist under the video. Now, before I introduce you to someone special and highly talented, let me share with you my experience. I was doing my things in Second Life, and I read everything, and I mean everything, every group chat, for instance. And I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I saw in the Legacy Lovers group chat someone mentioning that there was a service available to help you shape your body the way you want it. So I was intrigued. I was quite happy with my shape, honestly, but I was curious. I've never heard of that service before, so I wanted to try it. And I booked a session with the gentleman that I'm about to introduce you to, just out of curiosity. And let me tell you guys, this experience blew my mind. The gentleman I'm about to introduce you was so kind, so helpful, so attentive to what I wanted and how I wanted to look like. I didn't think my shape was bad. Like I say, I was pretty happy with it, but the end result was beyond my expectations. It was just perfection. And little disclaimer here. We won't be talking about shaping the perfect body, air quotes. This is not about that. It's about enhancing the shape you already have or create the shape that you want. No matter if you want it curvy, chubby, or fit, it doesn't matter. It's all about proportions. Okay? Now, let me introduce you to Voodoo. Voodoo. He's the stylist that we will meet tonight. Hi, Voodoo.
Blessed love and respect, everybody. My name is Voodoo. I am one of a few stylists who work with Legacy. We have an amazing service that if you need just a little tweaking or a lot of tweaking, we have you sorted. You can make an appointment with any of our stylists and they are happy to sort it out. Now, what I'm going to do with this lovely host of mine here, we're going to take this gentleman and we're going to reshape him. Again, we're not going to change the appearance of the avatar. What we're going to do is just deal with the proportions of the avatar. We're going to make it look more natural. It all comes down to body proportions and it all comes down to the experience that we give you as a stylist. So this is where I'll pass it back to my host, and from there we'll get things started.
That's a great introduction. Thank you. So we are now in one of the Legacy suites. By the way, there are two sections within the Legacy suites. There's a male studio and there's a female studio. This is where you will be brought as a client and where the stylist will help you with your shape. So let's start with my male avatar. The first example, you see, it's the shape I made for him. What do you think about my job?
Now, here's my thing. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm only going to tell you what you did was an amazing shape. This is your version and your desired look. All I'm going to do is just take a few minutes, tweak a few things, and bring out the shape to fill out clothes more naturally, and just to make the shape pop just a little bit more. But you did amazing on the shape. I wouldn't do anything different to it. I see the shape is on point, but as you're with me right now, we'll just do a couple little tweaks and get started. So that's nothing better. Alright, so let's take a different different turn. Let's start. Now, first of all, we want to take a look at the work that you already have done. Again, you did an amazing job dealing with the proportions, but there are just a couple tweaks that could be done to bring this avatar out just a little bit more to make it pop. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull a seat and I'm going to ask you to just walk so I can see how your avatar moves. So once I see that avatar moving, I could from there make my tweaks. So let me just pull a seat on the side. Okay, so now I would like you to just walk with your avatar to the end of the room and walk back from it. So I can just see what your avatar looks like naturally, and from there we can move.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, come back to me, and we can start. I see what I need to see. The proportions are not bad. Go ahead and do me a favor and go straight to Edit Appearances, please. And once you go to Edit Appearances, we will start from there.
Okay.
Right, now let me know when you are in Edit Appearances. A lot of people disable the animation, so I wouldn't know if you're in Edit Appearances unless you tell me. So I will take your cue from there when you are there and let me know, and from there we can start moving over the numbers and adjusting a few things as we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, now first things first, I want you to go to your body tab for me. So I want you to navigate to the body tab, then find me the body thickness number. I am going to use a couple numbers from that to derive a formula, which I use for shaping the avatar. So when you go there, I want you to tell me what is your body thickness number.
It's 15.
Okay, that is not bad. Now, body thickness refers to the width of the avatar. Now, what is your body fat number?
It's 11.
Anytime you're going to make a shape, you want to use a combination of muscle mass and body fat. So we'll come back to that in just a few minutes. And alright, so we can start back. Once you are in Edit Appearances, my dear friend, what I would like for you to do, as we did go over the numbers with the body thickness and body fat, which we will come back to, I want you to go to your head section. Go to the head tab, and I want you to navigate to the head tab, and I want you to tell me what is the size of your head.
64.
Now, if you don't mind, I would like to ask you to increase the size of your head. What is the number then again? From where you are right now, 60 what?
64.
64. I want you to increase that from 64 to just about 69, 70, 71, 72. So keep it within that range, under 72. So look at it and tell me which one you find proportions the head out to the size of the body. Because right now the head is a little bit small, so you don't want to make it too big. Size of the head will determine your average. Based on your presence. Some people like small heads, some people like big heads. So it's all up to you. You could just increase it by an increment of 1 to 5 or 1 to 3, and you could be comfortable within that range if you like.
I think 68 is okay. What do you think?
Now, I will not see the shape until we finish save it, so please do not save the shape until we finish with everything.
Okay.
Now, this is your shape, so I'm only going to give you a range of numbers based on your numbers, and you pick what is good for you or what looks good based on the range. Now, the next number we're going to go to, I would like to work from the bottom up, so let's go to the legs now. And when you go to the leg tab, I want you to tell me what is the leg muscle number.
It's 61.
Now, what I want to do is a very subtle increase of 2. So increase it to 63.
Okay, done. Yes, it's better.
Next number I would like for you to do is I would like for you to go to your hip width number for me, my friend.
It's a 63.
Okay, you're okay on that level. I want you to go to your hip length number. What is your hip length number?
67.
Now, let's increase that from 67 to just about 69. Because we don't want to change the shape. We just want to enhance a couple lines. So we're going to reframe the hips and the legs to make it stand out a little bit more. The next number I want you to go to is the saddlebag number. What would be the saddlebag number?
It's 30.
Okay, now, with saddlebag of 30 is not bad. Sometimes a little bit too much saddlebag gives you that definition on the side of the hip, but you're okay with that range. We can leave it right there. I would ask you to minus it by 1, minus 2. Tell me which one you prefer.
So I increase by 1 or...
You're going to minus. You're going to decrease by 1, minus by 2. So you pick the number that you like.
Okay, so let's try 29.
The secret when it comes to shaping is with the love handles on the saddlebag. And I'll show you what we mean by that. Now, the next number, I don't think you really have to do much with your legs. I want you to go to the knee angle for me. And it is important, a lot of people don't know, when you use the knee angle is always better to be at 50. If you go above 50 or below 50, it'll either have your knees more in or more outward. Now, when you're using an animation overrider, it may have your abby looking like you have bow legs or bandy legs, depending. So it's always good to have it set at 50, but we don't need to change that. What I would like for you to do is go to your foot size. Your feet are a little bit big for that.
Okay.
So what is the size of your feet, if you don't mind my asking?
56. They are big.
That's not a problem. You know what they say, big feet, big shoes. So let's drop that from about 66 to like about, let's do 61.
I said 56. 56.
56. All right, so let's minus that by about 4. Minus 1 to 3, and you see 4 is the extreme, 3 is the safe zone. So minus 1 to 4 from it, and you decide and tell me which one you like. Now, it is your shape, so you have to look at it based on the numbers. You have to pick the numbers I give you. I'll give you a range of numbers, and from there you can just adjust in accordingly.
I think 50 is okay. No?
It's okay. The next number I want you to go to. What is the torso muscle number?
37. 37.
Okay, that's not bad. I want you to decrease it by 1. Put it to 35, then put it to 36. Which one can you live with?
Yeah, 35. I like it.
Alright, now the next thing we want to do is go to the neck length. Now, what is your neck length number?
32. 32.
Alright, what I want to do is elongate the neck just a little bit, not dramatic. So from 32, increase it to 36 or 37. I would say 36 is on point because we don't want to change the dynamics of the avatar. We want to keep it as close to what you have as possible, but just clean up lines just a little bit. So 33, just increase it by 3, and when you finish, let me know.
I'm at 36 now. It looks good.
Okay, what is your neck thickness number? And with this, a lot of people don't realize when you have a shape, many people want to have the neck thickness above 50. It is not right to have it above 50. When you play with body fat and you have the neck thickness above 50, it looks distorted. So you always want to have the neck thickness just below 50. So what is your neck thickness right now?
It's actually on 48.
So you are on point. I don't have to tell you a number to go there. You're good to. I want you to go to the pectorals. What is your pectoral muscle number?
7.
Okay, I would like for you to change that to 35.
To 3 to 5?
Yeah, 35. And when you look at it at 35, I want you to see just that subtle change from where it is to a little bit more dramatic, and tell me if you like it at 35. If you don't like it at 35, you don't have to change it. It's just a suggestion to make the chest a little bit broader. But again, if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. You can run it to 0, you can leave it at 5, you can leave it at 7. It is entirely up to you. I just want you to take a look at what it looks like at 35, and then you tell me. You can slide it back down to 7. There's no problem with that. There's no force you to change any numbers that you have.
It's actually on 3. This is what you mean?
35 would have been the number I would have suggested, but if you like it on 3, 0 gives you a very nice pump. If you go to 3 to 5, it gives you a very good lift as well. But it is all depending on the look. So I would just tell you, you pick the number that you like. But if you like it, where it is, you do not have to change it. I don't want you to change it. I just wanted to give you just an option to look at it so you can see just a different side of what it could look like just by putting it at that number. But I would rather you leave it where you have. So I just wanted you to adjust it to 35 and just slide it back so you can see just that subtle difference. By adjusting the sliders, it gives you different proportions. But you don't want to have that over muscular look. So you can leave it at 3, you can leave it at 5, you can leave it at 7, whatever number you are comfortable with, right? So when you're ready, we'll proceed to the next number.
I'm ready.
Okay, now this is where we are going to for the secret. Not a lot of people play with this. I want you to find me the love handle number.
Love handle number, yes.
What is your love handle number?
40.
You're above 18. You're above 14, right?
41.
Okay, now this is a thing a lot of people don't realize. When you have your avatar, if you look at the sides of your stomach, where you have it at the number, you have it. If you adjust it, now you don't have to do it. If you adjust it all the way down to 0, what it does, it brings in the sides of the stomach to give you more of an indentation. Now, I wouldn't ask you to slide it down. I would ask you to just minus wherever the number is. I want you to minus 2 to 3 for me. So you just have a little chisel look on the side of the stomach. So you're just going to minus 3 off of the number itself. And tell me if you're okay with that so far.
Ah.
So you see that little tweak by playing with the saddlebag and the love handle, you get a little different dimension. You get more of a V for the upper body. Now, I think your upper proportions are okay. We don't need to mess with that too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to go back to the body tab. When you go back to the body tab, I want you to navigate to the body fat number for me. And when you go to the body fat number, tell me when you're there. We're just going to a little bit of dimension.
Body fat is 11.
Okay, now I don't want you to jump too dramatically, right? I would say you're on point, but I want you to increase it just by 2 for me. I always do it increments of 1 to 3 or 3 to 5. I do not want you going more than 1 to 2. So when you increase it by that 1 and then you increase it by 2, look at the sides of the stomach and you see how you get back the meatiness on the AVI. You have your AVI right now, which is slim, but by just increasing the body fat, you get a little bit more dimension in terms of if you want to make your avatar more muscular, you can get that. The key is to get the proportions proper first, and then you could always play with that body fat. So I think you're good. Once you're okay with it, are you okay with the proportions on top and the proportions below?
Yes, actually it's amazing because of with 1 or 2, changes, just minor changes, it changes so much. It's incredible.
Exactly. Now you could go ahead and save and apply the changes. Now, as I said, when you come to Legacy, you come with your desired shape. Now, I'm not going to change your appearance. I'm not going to change the way you look. I'm going to take what you have, work with you, and just shape it just a little bit to get it to look how you want. And if we spend the entire day doing that, that's not a problem. But normally a shaping session is about 5 to 15 minutes. That's all it takes, in, out, and done, once you're dealing with voice.
Okay, so I saved my shape. What do you think about it?
Now, I think it looks a lot different from where you came in, but the proportions look a little bit more natural. So if in case you decide to go naked or you decide to go clothed, the clothes will actually fit properly to the avatar. The body will fill in the curves onto the clothing a lot better. So I think that's just a few subtle changes made a big difference.
It's incredible. Honestly, you blew my mind again because yes, it's now perfect. It's now perfect.
Now, let me ask you one question. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate my professionalism level, your satisfaction with everything done, and how can I make this experience better for you or for the next person when they come?
I think that what you are doing is, and you are doing it the perfect way, because and actually I admire what you are doing, because when I'm editing the shape, you don't see the changes. So it's just with your experience that you can guide people to get a better shape. So that's simply incredible for me. I, I don't see anything that I would suggest you to change, because what you are doing is already perfect. So it's
And thank you for that.
you know what you're doing. This is what I mean.
That's no problem. We appreciate it. And I do appreciate you allowing me the time to work on your avatar, because every avatar is a dream of someone. Everybody has their desired look. And this is SL. You can change your look 5 times a day. You can change your look 10 times a day. So it is about what you want to look like and how you want to express yourself. Now, I tell everybody in SL, you work hard in real life for that money, so you want to get the most value out of it in SL. So when you fix your avatar up, do it properly the first time, so you don't have to double back and spend more money. The second, third, fourth, or fifth time trying to update or change your avatar as such. So I think this should be it for our session for today with this avatar.
I wanted to ask you, I created a shape that I usually see male in Second Life wearing, and could you, have a look at it and suggest some changes before? Because let me wear it just a second.
Go right ahead. I'll be happy to give you an answer.
Okay. So don't be scared. This is okay. So this is the shape that I see a lot in Second Life, and I know what's wrong is that there are two. I mean, the arms are not long enough, and it's. But I see a lot of, guys wearing this shape. So what would you suggest to still have a muscular body, but with the right proportions?
Same thing there. I would look at you and tell you point blank, the avatar shape is perfect, because everybody's version of perfect is different. Everybody's version of perfection varies. To someone, that is perfection. To others, that may not look like perfection. So we honor, we appreciate, and we respect everybody's version of themselves. But if you want to have this a little bit more proportion, what I would do is I would go to the legs and I would start to work on the legs. So I would increase the leg muscle from whatever number it is. I would increase it by about 5 to 10. And from there, that would make a huge difference. The hips, that's square. Okay, when you look at the hips, you have to look at it, and it has to be in proportion. So I would definitely go with the upper body as well. I would scale down that muscle mass, and I would definitely mess around with the body fat. And I would reproportion the body. I would tone down the torso muscle a good amount. I think you may have that torso muscle maxed out. You don't have to have it at 100 to look right. You could have it a little under 100. You could have it a little above 60. You could have it a little bit above 70. It all depends on the shape that you're looking for. Now, to match this up, what I would do initially is have the avatar walk 2 steps over, walk 2 steps back, and I would start to fix the symmetry. First thing I would do is go to the legs, and I would max out the legs. That leg muscle looks like it is a low number, so I would definitely increase the leg muscle to make sure it matches the upper body. And between that, I would find a balance. There's a sweet spot between the lower proportions and the upper proportions for the particular client. Some people love the muscular look. Some people want to have it as 100, because there are other avatars. There's the different types of personalities and different types of flavor. We call the different flavors of the week. So basically, it is all on how you want to move it. Now, just a simple thing by just scaling down the upper body, minusing that proportion. Where you are right now, I would minus about 10 or maybe 15, and then just build it back up, inch it up bit by bit. Now, it's easier to have the shape maxed out and then nip and tuck a little bit going down bit by bit, but it is easy. It is not a hard thing to do. I would definitely say that you could decrease the upper body by about maybe 10, and from there just go to the legs and increase the lower proportions by about 5 to 10, just to find the sweet spot, and you can eyeball it. And then from there, you'll play with the shoulder width, and I'm sorry to say this, the neck length is not exactly supporting the look that you would like. So just a simple thing. By removing the love handles, by going lower on the number that you have the love handle, will bring the upper body more proportion. So if you try that, if you start with this big blob of something and you don't know where to go, the simplest thing is take a deep breath and you go to where it looks off. You go to the upper body first and you just go to the love handles and just scale down the love handles. Then from there you would look at the torso muscles again, and you can just decrease the torso muscle numbers from 1 to 5 and just inch it down. So that is what I would do. Those are two different versions of what I will go at in two different techniques and what I will do at. So that is basically where I would be. And again, the hip width, I would open it up just a little bit. But again, it all depends. People's shapes are different numbers. There's not one universal number that works with all. There's a universal formula that works with everything. Combination of muscle mass, body fat, and a couple tweaks in terms of the proportions, love handle, saddlebag, knee angle, hip width, shoulder width. And again, many people don't take this into consideration. You want to have an avatar, and they want to have the width of the avi is wide, and then the head, due to restrictions from SL shaping, the head doesn't really go a lot bigger than 100. Sometimes it should be able to go a little bit bigger, but it doesn't match up to the proportion of the body. So sometimes people make the wide body, the big body, and the head is not in proportion. So that's the first thing you want to eyeball. Make sure that the head is in proportion to the body. So I would max out the head size to like about 100.
Ah, okay. I'm following your advice. While you were talking, I was making some changes following your guidance. So, okay.
Just give a couple pointers where you can start and you can see where it goes yourself. But again, the only thing you need to go with there is just the love handles and the upper body. The lower proportions, once you scale down the upper proportions, the lower proportions will be more natural. And you are a little leg length and torso length. A lot of people want to have a very short torso, very long leg. Some people like to have it balanced. So again, it's up to the individual where they want to be and how balanced they want to be.
Uh-huh. So I'm doing that. The arms too. Like this. Okay, the feet. I think the feet are okay. So let me save this shape and tell me what you think about the job that I did so far. Okay, so here are the changes. A lot better, right?
It looks a lot more proportion. Again, it all comes down to once you have the right proportion, you can build the avatar. You can have the avatar completely huge if you want. The versatility of the body comes down to the skin that you use. There are several skin stores that provide options for muscular skin for the dad body. So it all comes down to what you want to deal with and how you want to deal.
Right. Shall we try with a female avatar now?
Sure, that's not a problem. Bring on a female avatar and I'll be happy to sort that.
Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so here's my avatar, and I hope that the proportions are good because this is your creation, this is your job, this is your work, and.
Sure. You already know I'm not going to change anything on it because we did something. So if you want to make a couple tweaks, I could suggest one or two things. We did have a couple goals at this avatar to make it how we wanted. But if you want to change a few things, we can definitely hit that. And it's not bad. It is an amazing shape. So what we can do with yours, give me a work order as to where you would like to go with this avatar? What direction would you want to go?
Well, I'm very happy with my avatar the way it is. I want my avatar to look like me, so I'm pretty happy with it. But as an example for this video, I would like to go to a more curvy shape. Um,
That's easy.
because here's also something very interesting is that the last time we've met, if you remember,
Mhm.
you were helping a lady who was there to have the shape that she had with her reborn body, but with the legacy body. And I thought it was very interesting. It shows how versatile the legacy mesh body is, right? So I would like you to try to make with this shape a more curvy one, if 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 you can.
That's not the hard thing. Now, let me explain to you one thing. I'm from the Caribbean. And when it comes to the island vibes, thickness is our national pastime. Everybody, we love thickness. Thickness is the island man weakness. We speak thickness, you know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and isolate some different ideas and we can put it together. So would you like to have your avatar in terms of curvaceous? I would like to have a certain level of realism into it. Would you like to have your avatar as a European woman in her 30s? Or would you like to have your avatar as a Hispanic woman in her 30s, 40s, 20s? Give me a little bit more information so I can actually come up with something and make it look more natural.
Oh wow, this is actually a great question. I didn't even think about that. Let's go for a more Latin curvy shape, if that's okay.
Well, how about we add a little flavor to that? Let's add a Hispanic person or Latin shape living in France. So we have that meat of flavor of both cultures. So we have a little bit of a mashup, as we call it. So what I would like for you to do, my dear, is go to do me two favors. I would like for you to take 2 steps towards the wall behind you to the athletic body where that postures and walk back to me. So I can just look at your avatar, see how it moves, and from there I can start my formulas and I can start proportioning you.
Okay, so I'll just walk now, right?
Yeah, just walk 2 steps. Okay, come back to me. I see what I need to do. Come straight back to me and go to edit appearances. And when you are in edit appearances, let me know when you're there and we will start tweaking the numbers.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, I want you to go to edit appearances here. Once you go there to edit appearances, we are going to start. Now, first things first, we're going to go to the lower proportion. So I'm starting a little different because we did your shape. I know the numbers, I know the proportions, I know exactly where I need to go. So I want you to go to the leg shape. And when you go to legs, I want you to tell me what the leg muscle numbers.
Leg muscles are 47.
Now I'm going to apologize to you in advance. We are going to be completely outside of your wheelhouse. So I know you love your average slim, so we're gonna add a little bit of flavor to it. So your number is 40 something. I want you to increase that to about 55 for me, and I want you to look at it at 55. Then I want you to look at it to about 60, then 65, and from there, once you go to the max of 65, I want you to tell me which one gives you the legs that you're looking for. I'm just trying to get a range as to where you're comfortable.
No, I would like a really curvy
Good. So
shape.
what we want to do, again, you're my eyes. I cannot see your shape until we finish. So you're on 65. I want you to set it to 75, 80, 85. And I want you to tell me when we are closer to the range of where you want your legs to go.
So 85. 85, yes, it looks good to me.
Okay. The next number I want you to go to is we're going to have to go to the hip length number. Now, since we like to have the Hispanic shape, we're going to have to add a little bit of dimension to the hips. So I would like for you to go to the hip length number for me and tell me what is your hip length number.
It's 50.
Okay, now I want you to increase that from where it is to 65 for me.
To 65.
And I want you to come behind your avatar, and I want you to look at your avatar at 65 and tell me, just by elongating the hips, if you can see a difference.
Ah, yes.
Okay, but now the next number, I want you to go to your saddle bag for me.
Saddlebags, yes.
And what is your number? What is your number of your saddlebags?
14.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with the bigger numbers. So from there, I want you to set a little bit about 25.
20.
I tend to like to use increments of 1 to 3 or 3 to 5, but I want you to look at it at 25. And I want you to look at your legs. Is that closer to where you're comfortable?
Yes, yes, it looks, yeah, it looks good so far.
So I want you to go to your hip width for me next. Now, hip width refers to the width of the hip and also the thigh gap. Thigh gap will be what's in between the leg. So we want to have that naturally proportioned. So by filling out the leg muscle, it fills in the thigh gap. So there wouldn't be much need to change anything because we have the proportions on the lower side proper. So what is your hip width number? What the number there?
29.
29. Now I would ask you, I'm going to ask you to increase it from 29 just to about 30, 31, 32. Are you better with it at 31, 32, or are you okay and satisfied where it is at 29, 30? You do not have to change it. It's just a very, very slight suggestion. If you want to change it, you can try it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to be dramatic to see the changes. We're going for very, very subtle.
Okay, 32 looks good.
Okay?
Yes.
So with that, what I want you to do is I want you to go to your butt size. Now, this is where it gets interesting. What is the size of your butt? I would like you to increase it by about 10. You'd have to tell me the number. You can go ahead and increase it from 10 to about 15. And look at it from the side, look at it from the front, look at it from the back. And tell me which one gives you that number that you like, that size that you're looking for.
Ah, so I'm at 10. I'm not at 15.
It all comes down to how big you want it. Some people like to max it out at 100. And what that does, it brings the butt lower. Now, if you have your butt and you want it to be a little position variance, just a slight variance on the shape, you can, instead of maxing to 100, put it to about 85, put it to 87, put it about 5 less than 100. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just giving you that to your audience. And that just gives it just a little up. A little bit of uplift there, a little bit of movement upwards, so it looks like you have a Brazilian butt there. So it's just very subtle changes. So once you're there, I want you to go to your torso next.
So right now I'm still on the butt size. I'm at 15. So you're saying that I can increase that, right?
You can increase it to any size you want. So I would tell you, because I know your style, you don't like dramatic. 15 is cool. You can put it to 25, 30, 35, 40, and see what it looks like. And you pick a number. I will tell you safely, 25 might be a little bit too much. Because of your frame, you want to be bigger. You don't want to be dramatic. We would like to be somewhat smaller. But if it is between us, put it to about 55.
55. I'm not doing, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for, for science, for the world, for the ladies out there.
Now, when you look at it at 55, you see the dimension, you see how you have a lot more junk in the trunk and such, right? So from 55, I just want you to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I prefer if you just, from there, look at it and tell me, is that too big or is that okay?
55. Honestly, it's. I think it's okay. It's okay.
If it's a little too big, I would like to ask you to drop it from 55 to about 51.
51.
And look at it and tell me, are we in the ballpark of where you want to be? As I said, I always rather go bigger and inch it down bit by bit to get it to the size that you want. It is not my shape, my dear, it is your shape. So you have to tell me with your eyes what you like.
No,
in
yeah.
terms of shape?
Yes, 51, I think it's good.
More nat- okay, 51 would be more natural. So what I would like from you is I would like you to go to your upper body. And when you go to your upper body, a Hispanic woman has curves. So we're going to celebrate the curves. So I want you to go to your torso. And we're not going to go too dramatic on the torso muscle. What I want from you to tell me is we're going to go straight to the breast size. Now, Latino women are very beautiful. They're very curvaceous. So they can have varying sizes, but they are very, very beautiful and very unique. So what we want to do is go to the breast size next. And I want you to tell me, what is the breast size number?
Oh, you know, usually I'm French and I'm shaped like a French bean. so so at the moment they are at 40.
I want you to increase that from 40 to about 53 for me.
53?
Look at it. Look at it at 53. Is that something you can live with?
Yes, even more if, yeah.
You can try it at 65. I don't think 65 is extreme, but 65 would be a little too much because of the frame that we're doing. We don't want to have overwhelming proportions. We don't want to have overpowering lines. We want to have very subtle. So you could do 55. I think 55 is decent. 57 might be a little bit more in the extreme part of where you want to be, but it is up to you. Now, when you look at the other settings, there's something called buoyancy and cleavage. Now, if at any point in time you like to customize your breast to look more natural, you can adjust the cleavage either left or right to make it look more natural to your realistic desires. And also you can adjust the buoyancy. The buoyancy from 0 to 100 will adjust the position of the breast either higher up on your chest or just a little bit lower.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people do see this. Once you play with that and you have the perfect balance, you can get your breast to the exact shape that you want. And if you want to add a little bit more dimension, a little bit more control, you can also add something called body deformers. Now, I don't use body deformers. I deal with natural shaping. But if you want a little bit more control, you can add a breast deformer or a butt deformer, and it gives you the ability to raise the position of the breast higher, project it out further. Same thing with the butt as well. So those can be found at several different shops, and the prices would range from about maybe 500 yen to maybe 2,000 yen for the entire body pack. It all depends. So let's go to the next part. I want you to go to the body tab for me. And we're going to play with something which a lot of people are afraid to use. There's the body tab number. So when you go to the body tab, we're going to just tab to the body thickness. What is your body? Don't worry about body thickness. We can leave body thickness where it is.
I go to 25. It's currently at 6.
Okay, so once you increase the body fat, that is where you can find that you add more meat to the bones and have the avenue bigger. Now, just for the extreme, I want you to take it from 25 to 50.
Whoa.
And I want you to look at it at 50. Now, when you start to go to 50, you see different dimensions. You can see the avatar change as you go along. Now, when it comes into, a lot of people don't understand that the higher in the number you go, is the more fat you add to the avenue. And if you go, I want you to run it from 50 to 70. And then you see the avatar starting to look discombobulated. So you want to find a control number that is under 18. You know, a lot of people would find that sweet spot. So I think for you, like about 35 might be okay. It's just for the extreme. We're not going to go too over the top. 25 to 35 will be the range that you might be wanting to show. It is entirely up to you as how you're comfortable to show it. And from there, we are complete.
I set it to 40.
Okay, not a problem. You're definitely outside of your wheelhouse because we never do shapes this thick with you. So you could go ahead and shave it. Now, before you shave it, are you okay with the proportions on the upper body and proportions on the lower body?
Yes, I think yes. It's a curvy body. It looks good. All the bodies look good, right? But it's a curvy
Exactly.
girl, and yes, I like it. So let me show you and tell me what you think about it.
Not a problem. And again, I didn't want to go too extreme because I still want you to look at the avatar and see yourself and have fun with it as well.
Okay, so what do you think?
I think that looks very much unlike what you would normally go with, but it looks good. It's different. It shows a little versatility of just a few numbers, what it can do. You can have a body look slim, you can have a body look short, you can have a body look tall, you can have a body look thick. It all depends on the length that you want to push of your comfort zone.
Yes, I like it because it's a curvy body, but it's natural, it's realistic. This is what I mean. And
Because I know what you like, and I don't want to go too extreme. I'm not gonna let you go out there looking bad. If I have you out there looking bad, then I am not your friend. If I have you out there looking good, then I am your friend. So that's what we do. We keep it real and keep it 100.
you are amazing. You are amazing.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so it's amazing to spend time with you because I learned so much. So thank you so much.
It was an honor having you with us, and again, thank you for supporting Legacy Meshbody, and thank you for supporting the Switch. And you've been a long time friend, so I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. You know, I have to say that, and this is only my experience, my point of view, yes. I love Legacy Meshbody, and not only for the choice of bodies that they offer. You have curvy, you have perky, you have classic, you have pregnancy, but also for the quality of the customer support. And this is really important. I like that there are actually humans behind the brand. You always have someone to go to in case of trouble, whether it's a technical issue, let's say, or a cosmetic issue. See what I mean? This is really something to take in consideration when you decide to splurge and get a mesh body. This is really important, the customer service. And also something that I've noticed and that I really enjoy is that they made it easy for everyone to create their own appliers. The process to create appliers is very user-friendly, and I think this is a huge advantage. The documentation is very clear, it's easy to follow along. I feel that the Legacy team worked a lot on making the process as easy as possible. So plenty of cookie points for that. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Legacy Meshbody. They don't know me. They don't know who I am. I won't get anything from them for doing this video. I'm just doing this video because I wanted to share, you know, the fact that there's a service that helps you shape your body the way you want it with an amazing stylist, Voodoo, and I will link his name in the description. So if you want to reach out to him and have, you know, suggestions, I'm sure that he will make himself available for you. And that was my experience with the stylist Voodoo working on my legacy, on my legacy body. But before we say goodbye, Voodoo, how long have you been in Second Life? Because you don't see the shape that you are editing, and you throw numbers and boom, it falls perfectly. So how long have you been in SL?
Well, officially, my first avatar on SL was 2007, 2006, but I never came in at that time. I was on another game, and then I came back in on SL officially in 2010. I am a real-life graphic designer, so being on SL is just a reflection of what I do in terms of RL. So I design in real life. if, as I said, I am a graphic designer, so I deal with proportion, symmetry, body lines in SL with the body. So my third day in SL, I looked around at everybody and I was making my own shapes, making my own skins, and just trying to make people more comfortable with SL. And again, when we come in SL, we are all brand new to the experience of SL. So I try to find that love that people give to me when I first came to SL, and I give that love back. And I try to help as many people as possible.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Also, when it comes to the stylists that we have several stylists at Legacy. We have an appointment system where you can book an appointment with any one of the stylists. I, on the other hand, I don't go by appointments. I am in world, and if you are in world, you can either find me via the group or you can get a referral. Come and find me, and if I'm online, I'm happy to help you. Now, we have two beautiful and talented, very, very skillful people who can help you as well. I specialize in the male and the female bodies. Now, as I said, I do graphic design, print animation, 3D modeling, even scripting. So SL is just my relaxation time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I come in here, I try to help as many people as I can, but I work with voice enabled only. But on occasion, a few people may not have voice, and I'll try to help them as I can. So that's about it for me. I'm just a simple, humble person from the Caribbean, trying to make things nice for everybody in SL. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what we do.
You're definitely an artist, that's for sure. There's also, maybe you can help me with that. I saw on the Legacy Meshbody website that there are suites that people can use to work on their shape.
We have two suites. We have the male suite and we have the female suite. Now, also just to add a little bit of information, there's a new female body called the pin-up bombshell pin-up. Some people might call it different things, but it's actually called the bombshell body. It is a little bit more curvaceous. It has a little bit more upper body. So it is thicker in terms of the upper proportion. So ladies wanting a little different flavor, you can try that and see how you like it. And book a session with any of our stylists, so we can set you up within the suites, or you can come and use the suites and try it yourself. Not a problem.
Yes, I saw that body. I was really interested actually because I saw a lot of creators in Second Life creating like Marilyn Monroe, clothing or hair or makeup specifically designed to this body pin-up bombshell. And yes, I tried it. It's a gorgeous body, honestly.
I think it was a pleasure dealing with you tonight. If there's anything else I can do, let me know. If there's anything else I can do to make the experience better for you or for the next person or the next interaction, let me know as well. I'm always open for suggestions and open to criticism as well, if any.
Thank you very much. You are a very special human being, and I'm very glad that I had the chance to meet you, and I hope that a lot of people will have the same chance that I did to meet you and spend time with you, because you are simply amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well, and as you see in the islands, blessed love and respect to them. God bless.
Thank you. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something. If you need some help with your shape, you can go to Voodoo or book a session online with another stylist. When I think about this service, I can't believe this kind of service exists. I find it really so amazing. So go and try it for yourself if you want. Thank you so much, Voodoo. Thank you again for your time and expertise.
I was happy to help them.
It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. I hope you enjoyed it too. All right, everyone, bye. See you soon in another video, and au revoir.